Good morning. This is Avram Shira for the Chabura at Nahar Shalom, and we are in Masechet Berachot, Daf Zayin, Amud Aleph. And yesterday we were dealing with the concept of a tzaddik and a rasha, and we talked about the distinctions between the mix of good and evil in a person. And a person who's completely good is called tzaddik gamor, and a person who's completely evil is called a rasha gamor. But really, most human beings exist in a continuum between this mixing of good and evil. Okay. Now in the Sukya we have Vayomer lo tuchal lirot bet panai. Moshe, God told Moshe, you can't see my face. Hashem doesn't have a face. Hashem can fill all the faces, but He Himself is infinite, so He has no singular face. You can't see my face. And this is what God said to Moses, when I wanted to show my glory to you at the burning bush. This is God is back referencing to the burning bush. When I wanted to show you my glory, lo ratzita, you didn't want to see it. You were afraid. V'akshav shata rotzeh, now that you want to see my glory, any rotzeh. Here Hashem is like tit for tat with Moses about revealing Himself. You hear?
Too late.
What's that telling us, though?
Had your chance and you do it.
Well, there's this. Yeah, you could say it that way, but it is what it is. No, I mean, what is Hashem so childlike that if you did to me, I do to you, and tit for tat? But rather, there is this perfect meter for measure balance, even at this level of Moshe and the revelation of Hashem's glory to him. Now, Upliga to Rabbi Shmuel Bar Nachmani Amar Yonatan. These rabbis holeket al divrei Rabbi Yeshua ben Korchad. Amar Rabbi Shmuel ben Bar Nachmani Amar Yonatan b'schar shalosh zachal shalosh. In the merit of 3 mitzvot that Moshe did, he merited to 3 gifts from Hashem.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, b'schar v'yisater Moshe panav. When the merit, Moshe got reward for hiding his face from Hashem when he was at Horeb. Zachal klaster panim. So because Moses covered his face, he merited to.
So wait a second. He covered his face at the burning bush, but he said that he had his chance at the burning bush. Now he's going to be rewarded for.
No, the place that here he covered his face when he said, when it says V'yisater Moshe panav, that was at the receiving of the 10 Commandments. When Moses asked to see the glory, and God said, you can't see me and live. So Moses closed his face, turned his face away, and then Hashem showed him the back of his tefillin.
That was the 10 Commandments? Or
that was the 10 Commandments.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I thought it was when they didn't sin, and then he begged for their forgiveness. And it was then that he saw the back of the tefillin. I might be wrong.
I think we're getting them mixed up, but it's okay. Here we're basically, though, we're looking at the principle here that Moses did a mitzvah of humility, of not looking. Right? And because of it, he merited the klaster panim, which is an interesting phrase. Usually we use it as like a model face, or your face looks like your father's face, means that you are the klaster panim of your father. But here, who are we talking about? We're talking about Hashem's face. So essentially, Moses received the light of Hashem's face by hiding his face. So there's even this level of modesty. Even if the king invites you into the throne room, it doesn't mean you should look him in the face. Now, b'schar ki yarei, and the schar of, because Moshe said, I have feared you. Zacha, he merited V'yar Aharon v'kol b'nei Yisrael et Moshe b'nei Karan Or Panav. Because of that awe, he merited to the reward of the horns of light that were on Moses' face, that everybody saw, that his face was shining. V'ir migeshet elav. And it says, Moses, when he was afraid of coming close to Hashem. So that's a good thing. Now, b'schar mahabit, and the schar from looking at Hashem, zacha le v'timunot Hashem yabit. Also, from not looking, lashon habit. You see how the Gemara structures it? Because Moses kept himself from gazing at Hashem, he merited to see timunot Hashem yabit. That he did see the form of Hashem, which usually means, of course, the spiritual realms and the structure of the spiritual realms. So you see, there's this reward for not looking in places that a person shouldn't. Now, Gemara goes on, and I will remove my hand, and you will see behind my head. So that we can understand this in pieces. Amar Rav Hana bar Bizna, Amar Rav Shimon Hasida. This pasuk melamed sheher'a HaKadosh Baruch Hu LaMoshe kesher shel tefillin. Right there, here we're learning that God showed Moshe the kesher in the back of his tefillin. Every single word that emanates from Hashem is for the good of man. Afilu. And even if Hashem says al tanai with a condition that lo chazarbo, it will not return empty, that Hashem will not take back his promises and his goodness that he wants to give to people. So this really refudiates a lot of what Christianity claims, that the Jews lost the blessing of Hashem in exile, and they got it. And there's some Christians that believe that they're the new Jews. But it's, there's a big difference between being a Christian and being a new Jew. Nonetheless, we see here that there is this concept of Hashem keeping his promises. Even if he gives a condition, he's going to do it. Manalan, where do we see this? Moshe Rabbenu Shneimar, Baruch himself said, Hashem amar Moshe lacha shechatu b'nei Yisrael be'egel cheref mimeni v'ashmidei. Hashem, after the sin of the golden calf, God said, in a moment from me, and I will destroy them. Remove the Jews because they worshiped the calf. And God said to Moses, I will make you an awesome nation. Okay, so this is a big test for Moshe, I think, because Moshe could have become the new Avraham Avinu of the Jewish people. And that would mean that anybody that didn't come from Moshe wouldn't be considered part of the new people. Even though Moshe that was praying for the mercy of heaven for the Jewish people, he did remove the decree that God had passed on the Jews. Nevertheless, that God's promise to Moshe that he would make him into an awesome nation, it came true later through Moshe Rabbeinu's offspring. Shneimar, we see in Divrei Yamim, which is at the very end of Tanakh. Bnei Moshe, Gershom ve'Eliezer, the sons of Moshe, Gershom and Eliezer, v'yu Bnei Eliezer Rahavya Harosh. And one of the sons of Eliezer, who would be Moshe Rabbeinu's grandson, was called Rahavya Harosh of Bnei Rahavya Ravu Lamala. And there was a great abundance of these children of Rahavya. But Tanei, it was also taught, Rav Yosef and Abraita said, Bnei Rahavya ayu lamala b'shishim ribo, that they themselves came out to be 600,000. That part of Am Yisrael spread from Moshe's grandson to fulfill what God was going to do by Moshe, to make him the new founder of Am Yisrael, that he would bring forth 600,000 souls from Moshe, which he still did it, even though God didn't destroy the Jewish people. So you see, when Hashem says something, He's going to do it one way or another. It's going to be expressed somewhere. Vatya. We can learn it from a Gezerah Shava, comparing two words, Riviyah, V'Riviyah, right? These two words are written in two different distinct pasukim about Bnei Moshe, Rav Ulamala, and it's written also there by in Divrei Yamim, in Shemot, Bnei Yisrael Paru Yishrotzu V'Yirbu. Again, there's this lashon of ribui, the increase, this great increase in relation to the Jews, that there were 600,000 in Egypt, and so too 600,000 came forth through Moshe afterwards. Okay. So going forward, now the Gemara is going to continue with these statements of Rabbi Yochanan that he received from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Amar Rabbi Yochanan Mishum Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Miyom shebra HaKadosh Baruch Hu et haolam lo haya adam shekara'o LaKadosh Baruch Hu Adon. From the day that the world was created, there was nobody who called Hashem Master, Adon, Ad Sheba Avraham Kara'o Adon, until Avraham Avinu came and called him the Master. Shneimar v'yomer Adonai Elohim. And so too God, the righteous judge said, B'ma Eda Ki Ireshena. And so that's when when Avraham asked to have a sign from Hashem to know that he was going to inherit. Hashem promised him and called him Adon, Master. So you see that each time someone calls Hashem a new name, it's like a new level of praise. And that's a valuable thing unto itself. You might think, that's lemon, John. Would you like to look any further? A little bit of lemon. Okay. So I think it should give you encouragement to know that if you think of some new praise of Hashem, it's a great thing. Hashem loves that kind of thing, because it's a big world and nobody's calling Him and nobody's making up new names and phrases and glories to Hashem. It's a wonderful thing, and it also helps redefine the parameters of this infinite being that we're always trying to get a handle on that we can't. He's got a handle on us, but we can't get a handle on Him.
There are many in the Shabbat prayers, many.